Hello everyone. Welcome into the beginning of the off season between season 4 and season 5 of the Freebooters franchise. We have to start here with re-signing players before we even get to the free agency. So one by one, I'm going to go down this list. I haven't looked into this too much yet. I'm going to first just sign the players that for sure, no doubt about it, we're signing back at the price. We'll start with our starting catcher here, Jonathan Gleaming, offer current salary, 97% chance they will resign. 97%, I'm willing to do that. No, he declines. Our starting catcher, Jonathan Gleaming, after that amazing last game in the playoffs, says 97% no more. What about our backup catcher, Leona? Devoted 92%. Can we resign? We do resign. We resigned though at her asking price at 2.8 million. Think I'm okay with that because we need just any catcher and she's young, 19 still. Seb Swolson, our DH, is devoted, willing to come back. Offer current salary, 99%. There we go. Junior Young Jr. is gone. Junior Young Jr. will not be coming back, so we will have to just release him. That's unfortunate. That's crazy. Let's look at his career stats with our team. As you can see, we built him up here for about 3 years after the Jacks got rid of him. And he spent a good amount of time with us. He's started more and more games. He's been a big part of this team. Now, Milk Hewitt will, it looks like, come back, offer current salary, 96% chance of re-signing at current salary, 96% chance. And Milk Hewitt comes back. Now, Hackliner, 100% to come back. We will, for now, be re-signing at the same price. We can always make changes later, but for now. Henry Hamster as well is going to be gone. So we will have to, unfortunately, release Henry Hamster, who we knew would be gone, viewing his career stats. 4 years with us. Career OPS over 1,000. Career 22 home runs. And amazing defense at third base. 29 stolen bases. A great career. So far, 4 seasons, but now he's moving on. 33 years old. Willard Wiggins. Now, this is a spot where we're going to hold on a second. Elijah Gobbleson is going to be gone, so we will have to release Elijah Gobbleson. Career stats. Spent the last 2.5 seasons with us as a bench/utility player. Had one really good season in season 3. Really struggled in this last year, but had a nice playoffs for us. But was really good defensively. We spent a lot, I'm not going to lie, in development on Elijah Gobbleson, but it was worth it because Elijah was fun to have on the team. But we're going to need another utility person maybe. We're going to have to hold off on Rory, hold off on Santiago. For Silas Martinez, easy re-sign. Nice, our center fielder is back. Biff French, hold off. Elmo Slayer, for now, re-sign just to get that spot done. Elena Russo, 94%. At a 94% chance, we've already lost our starting catcher, which I wasn't expecting. That was at 96%. Or we could give Elena a $0.7 million raise and just re-sign her. Offer current salary. I think we go 94%. We'll risk it. See if we can re-sign her for 94% chance here. She does re-sign. Jeffrey Rockman. Offer current salary for now, because who knows if he'll even be on the team anyway. Certainly not signing up for anymore. He breaks the contract. That's completely fine. Even though he was at 92%. So gotta keep that in mind. Now, Jackson Correa, I was wanting to keep around on the team and keep developing because we've put so much money into him, but he's been so bad. I don't see how he's worth any more than 3.4 million. So we'll offer him that 64% interest. We'll see. He accepts. Okay. So he didn't want to test the market, which is probably smart because look at his career stats. Woof, Buzz, your girlfriend. 6.96 ERA, 1.82 whip as a starter. Yeah. So we'll see. He may not even be on the team, but he was certainly not worth more than 3.4. Now, Lola Knops re-signing for 8.2 million is amazing. I love Lola Knops. She's fantastic. Love having her in the bullpen as a great lefty. Gertie Goatman as a lefty specialist. We'll see. We'll just offer current salary. 78% chance of re-signing. I don't think it's worth 6 million, but we re-sign for 4.6. I like that. Now, Gasser Morris, it looks like, is going to be gone. Just for funsies, let's offer the current salary at 35% and just see. But it looks like Gasser Morris is gone. But no, Gasser begrudgingly accepts. at 12 million to be a lefty specialist for us. Okay. So we'll see again if he stays. Now Hayes Owen, crucial part of this bullpen, wants a $1.2 million raise. Otherwise would have an 84% chance of re-signing. This is one of these times where, I think a raise of 1.2 million might just be worth it. Because then I think he can stay at that rate for another good year or so. Holding on Taylor McWales. Let's just see. Offer current salary 99%. Okay, McWales, we re-signed quickly. Hayes Owen, 84% chance, and we just re-signed at 8.6. 9.8 is not bad for Hayes Owen. He's really been good. I can't downplay how nice it is to be confident in a good pitcher. This would bring back every single reliever for us, basically, and we could just kind of start anew as we feel necessary. Maybe Gasser would have to go, and Hayes would be the new really expensive guy, and we find a new lefty that isn't Gasser Morris, and maybe even a new righty that isn't McWales, to be honest. Hayes Owen, oh boy. Do we give this raise of 1.2? Well, looking at everyone else who wants a raise, let's see. Willard Wiggins wants a raise of 1.7 million. Otherwise would re-sign at a 67% chance. I don't think we can risk that. Willard Wiggins is part of our future. We will re-sign at asking price of 10.8 million for sure. Corey Krause wants a $1.3 million raise. 81% chance of coming back. Viv French wants a big raise, 1.8 million. I think Viv French is certainly worth it. We will re-sign Viv French at her asking price of 14.4. So now it's up to Rory Crowds, Santiago Weaver, Hayes Owen. Now we don't have at this point any utility type players, so Santiago Weaver becomes more valuable than 5.5 million or an 81% chance. And a pretty solid hitter, like better than I thought, honestly. Kind of hits above his weight. 81% chance as well as Rory Crowds of coming back. And Hayes Owen is at 84%. Tell you this, we're bringing back Hayes Owen at $1.2 million raise to 9.8 overall. I think it's worth bringing Santiago Weaver back on a raise to 5.5 million. Rory Crowds, 81%. That's a big deal to get a $1.3 million reduction. But if we lose him, oh boy, is that crucial. You know what I mean? I don't know if we can do it. I think we have to bring him back at his asking price. I don't think we can risk it. 81%. We've already lost people at 94%, 96% or whatever. And so that's everyone re-signed except for lefty Jeffrey Rockman, starter, lefty utility Elijah Gobbleson, starting third baseman Henry Hamster, first baseman Junior Young Jr., Jonathan Gleaming. They will all be gone. Now, it is round 1 of 32. I kind of have this rule where I'm not going to be doing anything on round 1 anyway because there's just too much going on. So I will immediately skip to round 2 and we will take a breath and see what happened over round 1. No transactions were made, okay? So let's see the free agents that are available for us. So going into free agency, the spots that we know that we're going to need to fill here are starting catcher. First baseman, we're probably okay with Seb Swolson, Milk Hewitt. We're probably okay there. Rory Crowds plays first. I mean, Santiago would play first. I think we're okay. I think what we really need is going to be second base. Because as of now, Hackliner might be back at third, which is fantastic for us. That means Willard Wiggins plays short. We need a new second baseman. So that's third and short, figured out. First, kind of figured out with Milk maybe starting, Seb Swolson starting, but then we maybe need kind of the DH rotates. We'll see who's available. And then pitching-wise, we need a starter. Jeffrey Rockman, we don't want to be bringing back at $6.8 million, and Jackson Correa, we'll see if we are still with him. Who knows about Elmo Slayer? We'll see who's out there. We're going to need to maybe make some changes just due to the amount of money. I want to have at least 20 million in surplus, preferably 25 plus million in surplus. That's kind of the goal that I have in terms of team building for now. So we'll see who's available. We might need to make a change out of Gasser Morris, who was certainly good, but it's just expensive. And we might need to find another cheaper option. Lola Knops is a really good lefty. Goatman's a really good lefty. Gasser Morris is just kind of extra. We were going all in last year. Hayes Owen is great, is a righty, inexpensive. We'll see about McWales. So let's just see who's available. In terms of top tier SA plus players, a lot of players that we know about who have been around the league. In terms of new people, it looks like Dark Linguino, closing pitcher, A plus. Starting pitcher Johnny Diaz, lefty, probably gonna make a lot of money. See, this is one of these spots where I have Elmo Slayer signed for about 22 million. Meanwhile, you could sign a 22-year-old for about 21, 22 or so. Something to keep in mind. Let's first look at the youngest players here. Look for any maybe second baseman or catchers, of course. Silas Johns is a lefty with a great arm. Good hitter. Pinch perfect sign stealer. Not a great fielder, not good speed, but a good arm. We'll watch him. Here's a young pitcher, right? 19-year-old Ty Bonilla with reverse splits, which is quite useful, and an elite slider. We'll watch him for now. Here's a young starting pitcher coming into the league. Genevive Clay, a lefty. She throws 4 pitches, has K collector and rally stopper already. Lower on accuracy. Now, I love accuracy more than anything with pitchers at this high ego. So we'll see, but worth watching the young people for now. Carp Wolf is a lefty. He's a specialist as well. Throws 3 pitches only though for now, which is kind of rough. Catcher Jonathan Gleaming is asking for a big price tag now. One of the biggest players on the market. After spending a couple years with us. Really honing that defense and that speed. Here's a 23-year-old rookie, Arena Doyle. Throws 4 pitches, has the get-ahead trait. We'll go and watch her for now. Now, Donk Oh, the 24-year-old lefty, A minus. We will watch him. I've always been a fan of his. Oops. Looking at the second baseman on the market, Andre Candela. Talk about someone who would fit in the lineup pretty nicely. Switch hitter, a good hitter. That's really what he's there for. Has good speed, good fielding, just not a good arm. So turning double plays might be a bit tough. Beyond that would be pretty solid for us. Worth watching. We don't have a ton of second basemen on the board. Scoops Tomahawking, I'm not interested in that skill set right there. Especially at 33 years old. Huffy Buffler is a fantastic hitter at 29 years old. The slowpoke and noodle arm is annoying, I'm not going to lie. Over 4 years, a 905 OPS hitter. Pretty expensive for a bat first second baseman, but man, is he a good bat. Could even be a DH, honestly. I think we'll watch for now. Annabella Stokes plays second and everywhere else. Great speed, great fielding, good arm. Plays everywhere in the infield. Not a great hitter. Lloyd Cook, more power, 36 years old. Yacker Asherbaum. I kind of like him. Yacker as a B plus though. He's gonna ask for a lot of money. So I gotta say, there's not a second baseman that just wows me. It just makes me think, oh my gosh, I have to go out and get them. Obviously, I think Andre Candela would be a good fit. Depends on the price though. I don't know what it would be, but it's certainly not what it is right now. So let's look for people who play second base as well as other positions. Bloop Michaels, one of the top free agents. Shortstop and second base. Inside pitch and rally starter. Be quite expensive though. Not maybe what we're looking for. How about this? Look at this. A 31-year-old rookie, Kade Booth. No experience yet up in the show. I'm willing to watch because I like the skill set. 31-year-old rookie. I don't know about the price tag, but we'll see. I'm interested. Candela only wanting 12.4 now makes me think we might be able to get him for, I don't know, less than like 9.5, 9 or something. That'd be cool. Cozy Spooner. What an absolute mad lad. Love this guy. Okay, we're going to go a round or two here. Just see what happens. Go one round, nothing. Go a second round, nothing. Okay, we're officially in round 5. We're going to wait till a move is made. Round 7. Round 8. Okay, now at this point, I'm going to look and see. There might possibly be a steal. We have a lot of spots we need to fill here. Let's see. We need a starting pitcher spot, but we have 2 expensive people already. Elmo Slayer, we could look to get out of. Hasn't been just amazing. Maybe not completely worth the price, but is overall pretty good. I'm confident with Elmo Slayer. Still 27 years old. 21.6 million. Elena Russo is fantastic. I don't like my other 2 starting pitchers, so let's see who else we've got around here. And go with the youth movement like right now, the young people. Ty Bonilla, I am interested in. Harper Wolf, I should also be interested in. As a lefty specialist. Johnny Diaz, 15.1 million. To be an A lefty starter. Doesn't that feel like it's like kind of not an awful deal? His evaluation is 13.6 or 13.5, so I think maybe a little high. Okay. What do I know? Marina Doyle, I like the accuracy. Johnny Diaz as well. I'm okay with going with the younger options. I still think the evaluation is a little high. We'll go another round. No moves have been made. We'll go one more round. Again, no moves have been made. One more round. No moves. We're at round 11. Not a single move has been made. So the prices have been really high out of the gate for these players. The asking prices. Let's look at the starting free agents again. Now you're looking at 4.8 for Ty Bonilla, C+ in the bullpen. Valuation they think could be still a little high, but the reverse splits is nice to have. Makes him pretty good against lefties. The accuracy being low stinks though. Only having 3 pitches. Now Genevive Clay, the lefty starter, having K collector and rally starter. A rally stopper. 4 pitches, a lefty. Now having no accuracy is rough. I've tried with these starters with no accuracy before, and man, oh man, is it? It's rough. It is rough. Carp Wolf at 6.8 million. Kind of an in-between. Could start if you needed them to, but would probably prefer in the bullpen. And it's tough because I don't think these are like bad prices. I don't know if I love them. Bonilla, I think maybe just one more round and we'll see. Finally have a move that has been made. The Buzzards pick up Hurley Bender, 19.6 million for an S tier starter. Good for them, damn. 29-year-old A plus Bloop Michaels for 18.7 million is gone. I think we're about to hit that breaking point. Yep, A plus gone. The Buzzards. They made 3 moves. Wow, so the Buzzards are going all in. Look at that. S tier starter. Bloop Michaels, top of the rotation. Manny K's, top of the so they got 2 top of the rotation guys and a top of the lineup guy. Wow, how about that for the Buzzards? Do we go here? We need a new starting catcher. Do we go with the Silas Johns? Pinch perfect. He's not going to be pinch hitting. Sign stealer. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I have had a player that has that. He's a good hitter, good arm. He's a lefty. I kind of like the fit. Bonilla out of the bullpen. Pants Mayo, the A minus center fielder, outfielder, first baseman, still looking for a team. Gleaming, his price is down to 8.2. What did we originally have him at last year? Arena Doyle, A minus. I like her skill set for 11.6 mil. It's a bit expensive right now. I'm looking to stay in my budget. Although I could afford someone like Arena Doyle if I can find a replacement for Elmo Slayer that's cheaper. So who would that be? I need like a 2-part move here. Who would be the other starter? I don't love any of the young starters immediately. They don't just jump off the page as, oh my god, I need them. Carp Wolf, I have a hard time imagining being a starter with this skill set. Johnny Diaz is cheaper than Elmo. It's about $10 million cheaper than Elmo. Not quite as good, but pretty darn good. Johnny Diaz over Elmo Slayer would save us about $7.5 million or so. Cooper Rosales, I like that skill set at second base, honestly. I'm willing to watch Cooper Rosales. How has their career been? Not great. 662 OPS overall over the last 3 years. Annabella Stokes for second base. I'm used to going up against her so much. I think Andre Candela does fit well into our lineup at second base, I gotta say. Kimmy Smoke at catcher. Intriguing. She's okay. I'm not wowed. Once again, I'm not wowed by this free agent class or the rookie class. So we've officially hit that point in the offseason where everyone is just about at their evaluation. So if there's a player you love, this is the time to get them. Otherwise, you're about to miss out. I don't think I really have any of those players. Now, as for catcher, there's a few I kind of like. I kind of like Silas Johns. I kind of like bringing back Gleaming potentially. But it's a matter of I kind of want to wait for one domino to fall and then pick up the other. But I don't want them both to go and then be left with, you know, Evan Chokoff would be like, okay. I'd be okay with that. Got a good arm. Lefty. But I wouldn't be excited about it. Cozy Spooner, I would not want. Like, I wouldn't be left with a number of these other catchers. So how aggressive do you be towards the one or two you like? Kimmy Smoke, I do like it enough. She's okay. Kade Booth, I do like it. That 31-year-old rookie at 11.9 million right now. Kind of an all-around great player. I kind of want to sign just for the story, you know? It's intriguing. Intriguing. I kind of want to go one more round, and it's going to be heartbreaking, I think, because I think someone's going to be signed, but I think we need to go one more round and just let some players get signed, unfortunately. Now, I already saw some players we have watched. Hopefully, it's no one crazy. Andre Candela is only going down, looks like $1 million per round at this point. Oh, yeah, here we go. Andre Candela went down only 0.1 million. So if I want him, I need to go get him, I think. Hera O'Wugliams. I want to go after her for catcher. Bonilla still available. Goes down to 4.2. Johnny Diaz, there you go. The A starter going for 13.8. I think that's a good price. I kept seeing him in my watch, and man, I kind of thought twice about going after him and replacing him with Slayer, and maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. 22 years old, getting a second chance on a new team now. I think this is the time to make a move where we're going to sign the right-hander with the reverse splits and elite slider, Ty Bonilla, for 4.2 million. We're going to sign him in place of Gasser Morris. Save some money, but Ty Bonilla is a righty, 19 years old, but who's good against lefties. So we're going to get younger there. Now what do we do? All right, the next move we're going to make here is for the lefty starter, Donk Oh. We're going to make a bit of a downgrade on our team here, going cheaper and younger, 24 years old, Donk Oh. The lefty who has the metal head and consistent. We're going to be signing him in place of Elmo Slayer. Because Elmo Slayer, I just don't think we're going to be able to afford to take him into next season with us, and we're going to let him move on. So now because of that, signing someone like Arena Doyle could be intriguing. The 23-year-old rookie. I like her accuracy. I like her gets ahead trait. Elmo Slayer immediately asking for 40. I mean, come on. Now, in terms of young starting pitchers, like kind of just coming into the league, I'm most intrigued, I would say, by Genevive Clay, the lefty with the K Collector Rally Stopper. She's pretty much right at her evaluation. If I want to go after her, now's the time. We're going to go and do it. We're going to slide the lefty rookie to be a part of our rotation, Genevieve Clay, in place of Jeffrey Rockman. Now, Andre Candela at second base, I think, is a good fit for our team, and I would like to go ahead and sign now. So why don't we sign him now in place of, see, like Henry Hamster, kind of veteran presence on our team. There we go. Now got our new second baseman figured out. We need to figure out catcher. That's our next big thing to figure out now. Kade Booth, A-, 31-year-old rookie, I think is so fun. And is the best catcher on the market, legitimately. Jonathan Gleaming's down to 8 million. Silas John's the rookie, 19-year-old at 7.6 now. Who else do I even sort of like? Tough Lift for like a 1-year thing, if cheap, would be okay. Tugboat Thomas would be true settling as a catcher, not as like a life partner. You still need sort of a DHE type. I think we unfortunately have to just go next round and just see who's still available. Jonathan Gleaming goes down to 7.8. Some other players are being signed. All right. Now, Cooper Rosales, I remember liking his skill set at second base. We might look to go with him over Andre Candela. We'll look at there. Dwight Breeze, I would like to sign on our team because I think he's worth 1.4 million. But I don't know anyone who I want to get rid of in our bullpen quite yet, except for maybe Taylor McWales. But McWales is making about 6.7 and is really great. So, and is that worth it? I don't know. Kade Booth down to 11.4. Not losing a ton of dollars here week to week. We might be at the point where if we want Kade Booth to be our starting catcher, we might just have to do it now. Mashed Taters is gone. Yeah, big players are going at this point. Harold Davidson, Andre Candela, we signed. There we go. Genevieve Clay. Okay, so let's see. Who else in our pitching staff will we maybe want to replace? Elena Russo, our new #1 starter. Donk Oh, our new #2. Correa, I don't know if I want to be here, but for 3.4 as our 4 starter, I'm going to need someone to be worth the money. You know what I mean? Genevieve Clay is our new 19-year-old making 4.2. We're going to see. Hopefully she can be pretty good. We're willing to invest into her for a few years if she's solid enough. Lolanop staying. Goatman, lefty specialist, staying. Hayes Owen, righty, amazing, staying. Bonilla, the young guy, okay, at 4.2. Taylor McWales at 6.6. Pretty good. Not as good as he's been, but still pretty darn good. Now, our infield at this point is somewhat figured out, I would say. The first base / DH is figured out. That we could have another DH-y type if we want. We don't have a starting catcher yet. Second base right now is Candela at 9.9. Shortstop is Willard Wiggins. Third base, Hackliner. Second base, Candela. For our outfield, Silas Martinez in center. Left field, Rory Crowds. Right field, Viv French. Santiago Weaver, sort of our utility guy off the bench. Speedy. So who else do we need? Another person off the bench who maybe plays around the infield. Kade Booth is just a ton of fun. Pretty much at his evaluation. He's the top catcher on the market. Also a great hitter. At $11.4 million, we are signing the 31-year-old rookie, Kade Booth, to be our new catcher. Oh my God. What is happening? So, after making a move there for our new starting catcher, Kade Booth, we'll advance around. See what happened. Number of players were signed, it looks like. That lefty specialist, Carp Wolf, still out there for $6 mil. Uh-oh, Arena Doyle went for 11.2. Now Rodney Park's down to 8.6 million. Cooper Rosales down to 8.4. We might look at them over Andre Candela here in a second. Kimmy Smoke is gone. And the Dwight Breeze is gone. The Herbivores took him. So if we were looking for a nice cheap option, he's out. Herbivores made a lot of moves. They signed Jonathan Gleaming as well. He found a new home. Made a ton of moves. Rodney Park. I do like this skill set maybe a little more than Andre Candela at second base. Looking over the next maybe few years, I gotta say. Fielding wouldn't be like amazing, but it'd be pretty solid. Let's look at him in comparison to Candela right now. I gotta say, for being a million plus cheaper, we're sacrificing the power, but getting everything else. We're going younger. We're getting a lefty instead of a switch hitter. $1.3 million difference. Okay. Something to keep in mind. And I would like another lefty on our team to hit for us. Team's a little right-handed heavy. Kellen Odell, a third baseman, stealer and bad ball hitter, still out there for $10 million. If we wanted to go with him over a Hackliner, we could just make the move now. Wow, that's an interesting... I hadn't even thought about it till now. We wanted to go out of Hackliner, but Hackliner is also so good. He's 12.3 million, yes, but he's also incredible at third base. He gives us defense that Kellen Odell would not give us. The hitting and offense is pretty much on par, I would say. That's interesting. That's a very interesting move. If you wanted to go younger, now would be a good time. That's intriguing. I'm going to be watching him now. I might be looking at a third baseman now. I wasn't thinking about it earlier, but I might do it. Ashley Hawkins. Good example of a player I like for the price. Third base, first base, lefty, little hack rally starter. Could be nice instead of a Junior or Elijah Gobbleson right now. Ashley Hawkins, 3.1 million, 19 years old, third base and first base. I kind of like her. 3.1 million. I'm willing to sign her right now. In spot of that Junior Young Junior. We're going to go one more round. A few players we like got signed. Silas Johns, the lefty catcher. We kind of moved on from him. Bobby Bashy, the third baseman. I was looking at him as a potential hack liner replacement. And Kellen Odell, another potential hack replacement. Gone. I mean, for nearly the same price as Andre Candela, we could get Sloop Whoopity, who plays every position, has tough out and rally starter. I like Andre Candela, but I think that this is, for the same price, a move that does more for us. So we're going to be making that move. Andre Candela will go back on the market. We have a new starting second baseman, supposedly, in Sloop Whoopity. Rodney Park, though, I still like. What if we go there instead? See, of the players still out here, I like a few of them. I like Trisha Lee as well. She's pretty good, I think, for her price. Rodney Park, I'm still interested in as second base, too. Over Sloop Whoopity at 9.9. I think a similar skill set for a pure second baseman. He doesn't have the tough out and rally starter, but has cannon. I think I'd rather find that utility role somewhere else. I think Rodney Park at starting second base. This is a better deal. So I can go back to... So I will sign Rodney Park back to be our starting second baseman for now. We're still in flux. We're still seeing what's out there. Junior Young Junior. Starting to look pretty good. Bringing him back. In terms of a player that isn't sexy but good for your bench, I wish he played the whole outfield, but right field and left field. Good off the bench, pinch perfect, and mind gamer. So when he gets on, he's helping you out still. So I like that skill set. Are we willing to save $3+ million here to sign Trisha Lee over over Hack Liner to be our new third baseman? It would save us 3.8, it would look like. But Trisha Lee's a lefty. Very different skill set, not that pure power stroke. And we would need a new righty for our team. If we were to do something like that to try to save some money, we still have a spot open on our team. Who would that right-hander be? There is a first baseman out there, 20 years old, Sky Hodge, who has 91 power, including Big Hack. He's a rookie. Or she's a rookie? I'm sorry, Sky. I don't know. Or Junior Young Junior, if we want another right-handed bat to sort of offset the lack of righty power. Junior at 7.2, go back to being our kind of everyday first baseman. And Milk just comes off the bench, starts against righties, that kind of thing. I think for a starting first baseman here, Junior Young Jr. is pretty good for the price, and I'm willing to bring him back. Our surplus is down to 15.8 million, so we're going to need to figure that out. I like Cooper Rosales and Trisha Lee to potentially be our new third baseman over Hack Liner. I would like to in theory, skip rounds until one of them gets signed and then sign the other, but I have a feeling they would just both be signed at the same time. But I think that's where we have to save money on our team now. If you look around, I think it's Hack Liner. 35 years old, he's fantastic. But we got to get younger somewhere. Cade Booth kind of took up that spot, right-handed power. So we're kind of okay. In terms of big money, Willard Wiggins is worth it and is going to be sticking around. 25 years old, one of the faces of our team. Rory Crowds, 27 years old now, has been with our team for a while. A face of our team, sticking around, worth the money. Same with the pitching. Viv French, Elena Russo, kind of faces of our team. Donk Oh was a money replacement for Elmo Slayer. Gives us a good 2-starter. 24 years old, lefty. Where else can you save money? Well, Lola Knops is worth the money. Great lefty. Hayes Owen, worth the money. Great righty. Maybe McWales. If you wanted to go save 2, 3, 4 million, you could move down from McWales. But then you'd also have to move, I think, 4 million off of Hack Liner. I think we're going to go next round and just hope that both of our guys didn't get signed. Let's see. So if we compare Cooper Rosales and Rodney Park. Rodney Park, a little more well-rounded, has the speed. Cooper Rosales has the power. So what do you want? Do you want more speed and consistent defense? Or do you want some more power? Cooper Rosales is a bit cheaper, gives you more power. What do you want? That's a good question. I think if we let Cooper Rosales go a few more rounds and he's a little bit cheaper, maybe we'll get him. Do you think about downgrading from our number 2 starter, Donk Oh, from 12.1 million? If you find someone for like 6, 7, 8 that you like, I guess. But is there someone out there like that? This is where we could sign lefty Cooper Rosales to be a Hack Liner replacement. I don't think he's quite as good, not quite as high a ceiling. And obviously the lefty versus righty difference is a huge deal. That would save us about 4 or 5 million. Still brings us a good threat, good defense, good fielding. We could also sign Cooper Rosales to just be our new second baseman instead of Rodney Park, which is what I'm leaning towards. And I think that's what I'm going to do for sure right now. I'm sorry, the second base spot is going up and down and up and down. I knew I would go back and forth, but I think right now Cooper Rosales fits that second base spot a little bit better than Rodney Park, who I don't think is bad, but not worth that money for this ego. So we're going to make Cooper Rosales the new second baseman for now. And we still got to figure out something to do. I want over 20 million surplus. That's the only trick maybe we're trying to figure out right now is, can we make that happen? What are the best ways? I think Hack Liner I'm willing to move away from, because this would probably be our last year with him anyway. Like for sure our last year coming up with him, but he was really good as a third baseman. And no matter what kind of D grades he has throughout the season, it's not going to be enough for him to be bad or not worth the money offensively. So if you move off of him, you can save some good money, yes, but you're losing some pop. Have you replaced it enough with guys like Cooper Rosales, Cade Booth? Viv French, will she step up enough as a power hitter? Rory Crowds, I think you might be okay. Ashley Hawkins will be able to play more third base, so maybe we would like a right-hander who we can platoon with Ashley Hawkins at third, who we signed earlier in the offseason. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a right-hander who fits that mold. Junior will now be playing first with Milk, kind of like last year with Seb. Junior getting the majority of the starts, though. So let's see if we can find a right-hander to sort of maybe split time with Ashley Hawkins at third. Let's see. This is where I wish a couple of these young people played different positions, like Sky Hodge, who has a lot of power at 20 years old, and Big Hack at 5.9 million, but only plays first base. Now, we did sign Junior Young Jr. at 7.2. Is it worth it to downgrade? I don't think so. I think Junior we like, we know, and is worth the money, and it plays a good defense. Has decent speed. So here's a right-hander, Eduardo Sampson, 24 years old. Played 2 seasons. Has a 710 OPS. Has a good arm, good contact, and has stimulated trait. We can go Trisha Lee. I always thought about Trisha Lee. That's an immediate $3 million savings or so. But Trisha Lee is a lefty, which makes the rookie who we just signed a little redundant, unfortunately. But I still like Trisha Lee. I think for the price is pretty solid and might be a good overall replacement for Hack right now. So I think we're going to go and do that. We're going to sign Trisha Lee to replace Hackliner at third base for us. Hackliner had an amazing season, but it's time to move on. Now we have $20.2 million in surplus. See what kind of players are still out there, because we could still end up making a move or two depending on who stays out. You see, if instead of Trisha Lee, we wanted to go with the right-hander Eduardo Sampson to go with the true platoon at third base, we could save $4.9 million. But I think Trisha Lee is just way better and more consistent. And even the lefty-righty thing, I would rather have a Trisha Lee against a lefty than Eduardo Sampson against a lefty. So that's saying something. I'd rather keep Trisha Lee, even though it would save decent money. Though I do think Eduardo Sampson is worth watching as a player, just to see how long he lasts out here on the board. Henry Hamster was finally signed by the Wild Pigs for $6.7 million. And Hackliner was signed for $12.2, about what he was making with us. Still some really cheap guys out there if some moves need to be made over the first week or two of games, so that's good to know. But as of now, I think that that's going to do it. We are going to officially end the offseason, and we are going to quickly take a look at our roster before getting into Season 5. At catcher, the 31-year-old rookie Kade Booth with backup Leona Allday. First base, we have a sort of trio of players: Seb Swolson, Junior Young Jr., Milk Hewitt. They'll all split the time. Ashley Hawkins as well, the lefty, can play first if need be. Trisha Lee, our new third baseman, coming in to replace Hackliner. Willard Wiggins moves over from second to his natural spot at shortstop now, becoming a true face of our team. The new guy, Cooper Rosales, coming in to play second base for us, hoping for some pop out of that left-handed batter's box. Rory Crowds continuing to play left field. Santiago Weaver will be our utility guy off the bench. Speedy boy. Silas Martinez, starting center fielder, switch hitter. Viv French, our right fielder, making now $14.4 million. My word, but man, is she worth it. She is so good. She just got better and better as the year went on last year, and she's worth every penny. Then our starting rotation, Elena Russo. Lefty Donk Oh, new to our team. Jackson Correa and Genevieve Clay are our 3 and 4 starters. The rest of our bullpen here will be Lola Knops, the lefty, Gertie Coatman, the lefty specialist, Hayes Owen, the righty, Taylor McWell's the righty, and the new guy, Ty Bonilla, the righty. So that's going to be our new team right there going into Season 5. With our economy looking like this, $20.2 million in surplus. So we'll be getting about $630K in development funds per game. Speaking of which, do we have any player developments we can do now? Might be a fun way to end this episode, huh? Instead of doing this at the beginning of the next one. Let's see, we got some. Seb Swolson, 4 contact for -1 speed. That could be worth it. Roy Krauts, 2 fielding and 1 speed. That's absolutely worth it. For a left fielder? Yes, please. So Rory Krauts gets better. Lola Knops, accuracy and velocity. We'll go and do that. She's worth it. Love having her on the team. Just want to keep supporting her. Just keep supporting our girl. And we lost Metalhead, but honestly, I'm not even like that worried about it. Metalhead's not a big deal. If anything, it might make her cheaper to keep around, so not a big deal. And Seb Swolson, +4 contact for -1 speed. Don't know if we'll do that. We'll hold off on that. And we're going to end things there as we get ready for game 1 of season 5.